Okay, welcome back. In the next part of this video, I'm going to be talking to you about, as I said in the last video, I said I was going to be talking about the secret things. Alright, we know that they're secret things and they're revealed things. So what is a secret belongs to God, and we have no right, because God has given us a portion of the revealed things, so we can do anything with it, but the secret things belong to Him, and we have no right to do as we wish. And so it's very important that you follow on what I'm saying, because you will understand many things. Alright. As Christians, we look for a foundation to build our lives on, but there's only two foundations. In everything that you do, in business, in life, in family, in everything, and in the vicinity of eternity, you need to understand where your foundations are. Because the life that we live now, in this body and in this flesh, will fade. This is the reason why it's very crucial that you understand, or we understand, where we found our lives on. So, as I was saying, what are these secret things, and what are these revealed things? So, I'm going to take you straight back into Genesis, because we're talking about foundations here. So, let's get back to Genesis. Let me show you something, or let the Spirit rather help you to see something. With anything that you want to begin, you always have a foundation. You must have a foundation, otherwise whatever you build, whatever you do, doesn't make sense. It doesn't have a reason, it doesn't have nothing, it's just nonsense. So you must have a reason, you must have a foundation. If you want to build a business, you must have a foundation, the reasons why you do things, and you agree to do certain things, and then you carry on to do it. For what reasons, and whatever you want to do, it must have a beginning in the foundation. So before you begin to build a house, you must have a foundation or a beginning, or a blueprint. So let's go back to the beginning. Here in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, it says, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light." Many people say that this is a command. This is not a command. This is the foundation of existence. In a foundation, there is an agreement. And an agreement, in simple terms, or in a more profound term, is covenant. I'll explain to you what a covenant is. A covenant, inside a covenant, there is a promise and there is a fulfillment. So, if you look at the scriptures carefully here, it says, "And God said, let there be light." He is conversating with someone else, or making an agreement with somebody else. So there's two phases, if you can see in the scriptures here. He said, let there be light, meaning he was telling somebody else, let it be. Can we agree that light should come out, and there was light? So you see, you have an agreement, which is let there be, and that's a promise. And there was light is a fulfillment. Between let there be and there was light, there is a driving force. Whatever he says will come to pass. That's why the second statement of that agreement is there was light, meaning there was fulfillment. That's why it is in the yesterday, it is in the past. But let there be is always in the beginning. So whenever you want to begin something, there must be an agreement. Agreements are made, and that is the covenant. But wherever there is a promise made, there is a power because of the agreement, driving and pushing. In other words, there's a will pushing behind the promise to bring forth fulfillment. And that is the power of covenants. There's two phases here. One is the phase of the deep, and the other is the phase of the waters. I want you to know, or if you really look carefully here, you will see that inside of this covenant, all of existence sits. Anything that you do, everything that you breathe for and live for, is founded upon this money, this covenant. So let me repeat. In a covenant, there is a promise and there is a fulfillment. In between these two, promise and fulfillment, there is a will that is driving. There's a driving force working in itself to fulfillment. In other words, some people say it's the Daba word. It's driving itself into fulfillment. But something happened along the way after man fell in the Garden of Eden, and man fell. God had to do something about this covenant. Before it was one, it was kept by God. But in this scripture, Deuteronomy 29 verse 29, as we had in my past video, there was a statement made. It said, secret things belong to the Lord, but revealed things are revealed to men and our sons, and their sons forever. So something happened. God decided to half the covenant, or not half, but take part of the covenant and reveal it to our so-called forefathers. So he chose a man called Abraham, and he cut the covenant, and he gave part of it to Abraham. If you have been following me accurately in the past few minutes in this video, I've been talking about this thing. The covenant was divided, and part of it was shown to Abraham. So in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how the old covenant came to be.